Hello, everybody! How is it going? It's been a while. I have a lot of stuff I can talk about because it's been so long. Hi, Squiddy kids. Good morning. So this is the episode of the visual novel book club that is for the Faris ending and the Luka or Lukako ending of Steins Gate. And then we're probably also gonna chat about other stuff too. Hi Genji. How are you? I'm good. I have a new job. I'm gonna talk about that probably after we talk about Steins Gate. We should probably stick to the matter at hand first. I'm trying to adjust my chair. Sorry. Also, I just woke up because now I am sleeping again at night because of my job, so my throat is all rough again. That's just how it's gonna have to be. Did everybody, I sound like a track that's stuttering, or a person that's stuttering. Did everybody read the assignment? Hi, Iris. You gave me Maggie voice. Is that what it sounds like? How do I do? Hello. I'm Ikemen. Man. Ikemen. I accidentally spelled Ikemen wrong that one time in the Discord. And Amika was laughing at me for it. You read it? Can you go deep voice? I think that voice I did. Maybe I can go deeper. I don't know. Hello. No, that doesn't work. Sounds very handsome. Okay. We should start with the Steins Gate first. Maybe we should start with Faris. These are both very short. These are both very, very short compared to everything else we had to read for Steins Gate. So, I don't know how much there is to talk about them, but, we had the Faris route and the Luka route, and I'll say to you guys, one of the routes I like significantly more than the other. But let's talk about the Faris route first. So, I'm trying to go back in time and remember it. In my opinion, Faris route is the worst route. Really? Oh. I liked Faris was the one I liked more than the Luka one. Just because the Luka one was so depressing. And I felt like, I don't know. Okabe was acting so, I mean, I guess it's like, you know, a bad ending or like an alternate ending. But like, it was just weird that he just wanted to like, abandon the goal of saving Mayuri when his goal of saving her was like the driving force for all the other chapters. I just thought that was weird. I don't know, it just made me feel sad. And also, he and Luka, the whole route was weird. Okay, now I'm just talking about the Luka route, I guess. Really, I liked Faris. Iris liked Faris. I liked the Faris route too. I liked Faris. I disliked Faris, but the route was okay. Slash good. Oh, I see. Losing Daru as a friend's like, oh yeah, we lost Daru and Mayushi. We lost both of them. We lost everyone except for Faris. That one was kind of sad too. The Luka route was like just really sad though. Oh, we lost Kurisu as a friend too in Faris route. I already started talking about the Luka route. The thing with the Luka route is, like, the whole thing was just weird. Like, first of all, like, Luka wants to date Okabe even after everything that happened. Even after, like, he was just so rude to I guess I'll say her. I mean, Lukako is confusing about what how you should refer to them, but I think I should be saying her. But it was like, okay, so there was that, and then like Okabe was just like, before he was like, I will do anything to save Mayuri, but he's like, I can't like fake date a guy or someone I think of as a guy for like 2 days. Like, I guess you're not really that dedicated after all, are you? He's just gonna go back in time just because of that. I don't know. I thought it was a weird all around. And then they had like no chemistry. They have nothing in common except for pretending to fight things with the sword. I don't know. Faris seemed like a bit like a controlling partner, like Okabe not having anyone else's friends. Oh. Did she force that upon him? That ending was... I liked that ending. I'm trying to think back to that one too now. That was like, there was that weird guy that they battled him, and then Faris, the message that she sent was to save her dad. Her dad is really creepy looking. His eyes look weird. I don't know, I thought it was weird. Yeah, that one was good, I thought. And then we had to re-kill Faris's dad. But then we didn't. Well, we did when we did the Luka timeline, but in the Faris's route, we didn't re-kill Faris's dad. We tried to keep both him and Mayuri alive. So that's what happened. Okay, I'm remembering now. It's been a little while. Luka is ultra cute, though. I do like a romance. Luka is really cute. I did like Luka as a character. I like the Luka ending up till Mayuri died again. This game hurts. She always dies. And that time she just like spontaneously had a heart attack. There. I want to adjust my face. I don't know if that's any better. What happened to the money the dad paid? Like, who did he pay it to? I don't remember. I don't remember that part. I feel like I don't remember this. I don't know. I read it a little while ago. There's like... I also... Well, we got Akihabara back to its natural state. I liked that. We got the Cat Girl Cafe back, yeah. I like the Cat Girl Cafe. I like Akihabara to be Akihabara. It was kind of sad that Okabe just accepts the fate. Yeah, that scene, it like, I don't know, I almost felt angry with him. I mean, that ending was just like kind of bad. It was like, it was bad in that like Luka and Okabe were just like, for something that small, they're just gonna allow her to die. And then he was just, he I don't know, the way he was talking to Daru after that upset me. I don't know, I was just upset all around. I was just upset all around, and I felt guilt for me as Okabe killing her. One part of the end where suddenly Luka and Okabe had a kid made me laugh like WTF. Oh yeah! I forgot about that until you brought it up. I was just like, sitting there waiting for the credits to end, and then that was that. I was like, what is it? It reminded me of, has anybody here played Danganronpa? It reminded me of the bad ending you can get in which nobody else ever dies and they spend the rest of their lives trapped in the school, and like the one girl, Asahina, had kids with like every single guy at the school, and like they all have like the same exact hair as like all the other guys. Like she has like 3 kids with all the other dudes at the school. That was weird. It reminded me of that, and that's an alternate ending. That's an alternate ending, so I don't think that's a spoiler. Is that a spoiler? I don't know. Maybe I just spoiled Danganronpa for those of you who didn't read it. It's like an alternate bad end you can get. It's not like a real ending. It's very weird. That's what the Luka end reminded me of. I also, I mean, I've played another visual novel where after credits had a baby birthing scene. Not a birthing scene, oh no. But, like a scene where they had a baby, and that was Noble Works. But that one made me cry for some reason. I don't know. I guess I just was crying because I was so happy at the ending of Noble Works when they had a baby. I don't know. I was really emotional for some reason, even though that's a comedy visual novel. I have no idea why I was like that. Hi, Sark. Where everyone has a kid with ridiculous hair. LOL, best end. Yeah. That ending is so strange. Baby birthing scene. Okay, no, it wasn't a birthing scene. It was a scene where it was just a scene where it shows them with their baby. There wasn't a scene of the birth. I'm sure there are lots of visual novels that have that though. I played a weird. Never mind. I'm not gonna go into that one. Man birth? No, not Mpreg. Are there Mpreg visual? Oh my gosh, guys! I have to tell you guys that my Mpreg tweet that you guys made me do for the Fall Guys challenge. One of the people, I got a new like on it suddenly, and it was from a person I didn't recognize. Like days after I posted it, I was like, who is this? Maybe even a week after I posted it. And it was an Mpreg fetish account on Twitter. I was like, whoa. Mpreg fetish accounts. Sorry if you hear my neighbor walking up and down the stairs. I can hear that. It's kind of loud. I found my people, I guess. Okay, I'm curious what VN stopped you from finishing your sentence. I don't know if I want to talk about that one. It was just like a very weird VN about pregnancy. Like a pregnancy fetish game. I don't remember what it's called. I only played one route. I only played one route, and then I don't even think I finished it. I didn't like it. It wasn't just I don't know, I'm making this sound bad. I guess when I found the VN, the appeal was that like you date a girl for a while and eventually she gets pregnant and you can have a baby with her. It was like the family raising aspect that I was interested in. Although there was a sort of component, a fetishistic component to many of the scenes, I was interested in the family, like you date a girl and then you get to raise a family with her. That's what I was interested in. That's what I was talking about. But I didn't even finish the route because I didn't like it, like, at all. OMG, did you follow them back? Maybe I should. Maybe I should follow them back. I didn't know if I should or not. Well, actually, I didn't really. It was mostly like edits. Like their account was mostly like edits of like real life dudes, like edited to have like a pregnancy stomach, and not like anime. I don't know. When it's real dudes, it's like I don't know. It's just not my vibe, I guess. Well, I'm not into Mpreg anyways, but I don't really like to see real people on my Twitter timeline in general. To be honest, I only follow anime people. finally reaching the right demographic. The Emperor fetishes. Basically Harvest Moon. Yeah, like Harvest Moon, but with like H scenes, I guess. It had like H scenes. But I just thought it was very boring, unfortunately. I don't remember what it's called. I've tried to find it, and I couldn't find it again. I remember that, like, there was a thing where the person who translated the English version of it was like, I'm not going to translate some of these roots because I don't want somebody to look at my previous translation history and see that I translated this, but you're already translating, like, all these other roots, which all have some level of, like, pregnant H scenes in them. I don't know, I just thought it was weird. It's like a fan translation game. That's even more based in cringe. The real guys edited to be pregnant. Yeah. It was that. Not into what now? I told you guys before, you guys are the ones who love Mpreg, not me. I only accidentally clapped. It was an accident. Might as well finish the job. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that they were like thinking that a lot of other people who are trying to hire them for their translation work would be weirded out by specific roots, but I think that people would probably be weirded out by the whole thing. The Sims 2 says otherwise. I told you my excuse. I told you my reasoning for Mpreg and The Sims. All the times were accidents. All the many times were accidents, yes. I actually have an Mpreg video. Never mind. We should talk about Steins Gate. Okay, what do we have anything else to talk about Steins Gate? Yo, what now? I don't have anything. I don't have anything. No, I don't have anything. We should talk about Steins Gate, you guys. We're here to discuss Steins Gate. Although these roots were really short. Is there much more to talk about? It's only been 20 minutes though. Usually I talk about the VN for like at least an hour, right? These roots were really short though. You guys, the thing you're asking about, you might, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say anything. It's kind of nice that Suzu got a kind of happier ending. Oh yeah! She actually remembered her time travel. That was good. And she lived with Mr. Brown. Although, you know what, there was, what was it? There was something that made me slightly suspicious of him, and I don't know if it'll happen or not. They referenced, like, somehow, some guy with a French accent did something, like, working for CERN or something. Took the IBM 5100, maybe it was. And then also there was the whole thing with, the little girl, what was her name, Now? Is that her name? With her pushing Mayuri, and, like, I was like, I was starting to develop a conspiracy theory that they were in on it the whole time. But you know what? Probably not. Because, like, Mr. Brown could speak French perfectly, he said. I guess that wouldn't give him a French accent, though, while speaking Japanese. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. The Luka route should have had M-Preg, but maybe Okabe got Pregante. Maybe they did turn Luka back into a guy and we got M-Preg. Or maybe Okabe did get Pregante. M-Preg. Why do they have to keep Luka a girl in order to have the baby birthing ending? They don't even realize. Pregante. Well, I've never played Steins Gate, so basically I lost. Sorry about that. This is the visual novel book club. There's lots of people who show up because I just talk about other things too to the visual novel book club, which is okay, but you just have to be okay with the fact that you're gonna get spoilers if you ever want to read Steins Gate, and also that you're probably gonna be confused about whatever I'm talking about for a lot of the video, for a lot of the stream. I feel like I say that almost every time because there's a lot of time there's people here who didn't read it. That's okay though, because I usually spend most of the time talking about completely other stuff. Spoilers plus Zatsu, yeah. BM Book Club / Zatsudan, yeah. Exactly. She didn't commit the S word, yeah. She died of sickness. I was still like, why'd you have to die? Well, maybe it was like, because in the other unit, you know how Mayuri, she always dies? Maybe it's similar to that, like, because she died around that age in the other timeline, she has to die around that age in this timeline, too, or something. But it was still, like, I wish we could have met, like, seen her as a old lady and, like, got to talk to her again. The ice person from Faris route is a douche. Yeah, that guy was weird. He was a weird character. No 50-year-old Suzuha waifu. You want to waifu 50-year-old Suzuha. Grandma Suzuha. I almost wanted, when he thought that Suzuha married Mr. Brown and they had that kid together, I almost wanted that to be true because I thought that it would, I just liked the bizarre, like the bizarre way that family tree would work was intriguing to me. Like a family tree that goes back in time. It would just be very weird. That'd be bizarre, yeah. Weird family tree. I wonder if Crazy has a route she must do. Also, she was funny during Luka route. Yeah, I bet she does. I think, well, who else is even left? Probably Kurisu and Mayushi, I would imagine, are probably like the last two routes. Or wait, I think Moeka has a route. Actually. Wait, let me check the guide. That way I can also see what route we're supposed to be doing next. Last time I forgot to schedule the next stream. By the way, guys, these are probably going to have to start being on Sunday because at my new job, they're having me work on Saturdays. I work on Saturdays now. Daru? Does Daru get a route? Kamei's getting so much romance options. Yeah, it's not even a romance VN. Kurisu was great on Luka route. Yeah, she was. That route was the route where I really, really started liking Kurisu. Because I liked her before, but like out of all like the girls, she was probably my least favorite. But I still liked her because I liked everyone. But that route made me start really, really liking her on par with how much I liked everyone else. Let's see. Chapter 9. There's not an ending there. Okay, so chapter 9 is like, there's not an ending, but you can also get like a extra scene in chapter 9. And then chapter 10 is Mayuri's ending, and then we would have to restart to do a second playthrough. So maybe we should just play to Mayuri's ending for the next one. Because then after that, we have to restart the game to do a second playthrough to get the other endings. It isn't a romance VN? It's full of romance. It is full of romance. I guess, well, it's not like a dating VN, I guess. I guess it is like, romance would be like a sub-genre. But it's not like a dating VN, I guess. But I guess it is kind of a romance VN. Play from chapter 4. Oh yeah, we start at chapter 4. And then where's the next ending after that? Is the next ending just the true ending? Is that all that it is? He will receive the 5th true. You have to do a lot of things to get the true ending flags. Oh, the last ending is Kurisu's ending. Okay. Wait, I thought Moeka had an ending. Did she not? Okay, maybe I was wrong. Isn't there a Moeka route too? I thought there was. Did I miss it? This walkthrough doesn't even have the word Moeka anywhere in there. I just Control F Moeka on the page. What? Well, I don't know now. It's not in this walkthrough. Base walkthrough hates Moeka. The walkthrough is like, you don't even need to play the Moeka route. You don't even need to. Okay, well I guess there's Mayuri's ending and then restart from chapter 4 and then play all the way through chapter 10. 4 through 10 again to get Kurisu ending. So that, I'm wondering if that one will take a long time. Do you go, like, will that take a long time? So I wonder if we should just try to do Mayuri's ending. But I don't know if that one's just going to be really short. I don't know, maybe we should just do it like that. For the next book club, do Mayuri's ending and then do Kurisu's for another one. I don't know, what do you guys think? Or should I look up and see if there is a Moeka route and see if I can find a walkthrough on how to do that one? What if we missed it? Well, we probably didn't miss it. Some choices in the second half. Mayuri should be good. Let's do Mayuri's for the next book club meeting. Whoops. Which will be on, oh wow, October 30th, the day before Halloween. Is that okay? 9 a.m. EST. I want to, even if I work that day, I want to stream on Halloween. I don't know what I should do on that one, though. If I should play one of the horror games or if I should do something else. I'll have to think about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna look up and see about Moeka ending Steins Gate walkthrough. Does she have an ending? There's a route to Moeka, but maybe it's part of Mayoshi's? Oh, really? Maybe it's just, you just get it without having to do anything? This website that says it has Moeka's route isn't loading. I don't know. Maybe we should just do Mayoshi's ending and then see if Moeka's was in that, I guess, then. If not, maybe we'll have to just do it for next time or something. And I think Kurisu is the true ending, according to this walkthrough, so... That'll probably be the one we do last. So if we do Moeka before that, we might... If it's like we have to do separate things, we might have to do that for like the next one, depending. I don't know how to get Moeka's route. It might be part of Mayoshi's. Okay. We'll see about that. Are you going out Halloweening? Like trick-or-treating? I can't. Well, I mean, I could, but I'm an adult. Most people can't. I don't know. I heard before most countries don't have trick-or-treating. Do you guys have trick-or-treating? Here in the US, if an adult goes trick-or-treating, it's kind of like weird, and a lot of people probably wouldn't give you candy. If I knew some children, I could take them trick-or-treating. But I don't know any children. I mean, I guess I have like... What is their cousins? But I don't know them very well. Two routes were basically new to me. I didn't remember these routes at all. Oh, maybe you sent the D-mails when you're like prompted to when you played before and skipped them. Adult Halloween. I went in the UK when I was a teenager. I think I probably went until I was like 13 maybe. Or maybe 14? I don't know. Even as a teenager is when a lot of people stop wanting to give you candy. But also I hear a lot of people say, I would give teenagers candy if they dressed up, because a lot of teenagers don't even dress up. They just go. I don't know if it's like teenagers, because teenagers like get embarrassed so easily. Maybe they're too embarrassed to dress up. But like, it's Halloween, you're not going to dress up. Even like when I went like at like 13 or 14, I was dressing up. I'm not going to just not dress up and expect people to give me candy. I don't remember what I dressed up as, though. When I was really young, I used to dress up as a Barbie cat. It was like a outfit made by the Barbie company, and it was a cat costume, but it had like a collar that said like Barbie on it. I'm bringing this up because I've recently come to terms with the fact that as a child I was a furry. I didn't realize this before until the other day when I was thinking about all the fan fiction I wrote as a kid. Like the fan fiction I wrote before I knew what fan fiction was, like when I was like in elementary school. And I would just write stories in notebooks, and so many of it was like fan fiction for... Do you guys know the books Call of the Wild or White Fang? It's just books about like dogs and wolves, and I would just write books about dogs and wolves, and I dressed up as a cat with a collar for Halloween. Like, what the heck? I was a total furry. A furry child. I was a wolf girl. I basically, I don't know if you guys know the book Call of the Wild. It's like, It's like a book about this like husky dog who like lives in this nice mansion with this nice owner, and then he gets kidnapped and like stolen and like sold as like a sled dog, and then he like works as a sled dog for a long time, and then eventually one of his newer owners dies, and then he joins a wolf pack. And I basically would write fan fiction about that same exact story after I read that book, except for where the main dog was a girl. It was like self-insert wolf husky fan fiction. Just as a child, furry confirmed. It's continuing to art adulthood, didn't it? No. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. Oh, I accidentally winked. No, that wasn't a wink moment. That was an accidental wink. I wasn't like, I'm not a furry. Wink. I can't wink whenever I'm trying to. I only ever wink on accident, so I can't even do that. Were you also one of those scene girls who were really into warrior cats? I never read those books, but you know what? If I had as a kid, I definitely would have really liked them. I remember as a kid I wanted to read them, but I think like our school library didn't have them or something. Or maybe they were always checked out? I don't know. As a kid, I used to like, we had a library class at school, in elementary school, where like every week you had to check out a book at the library, so that like, because they wanted kids to be reading, and everybody else would be picking out like, you know, the kind of books that kids enjoy reading, and I usually enjoy reading, and I would like go to the nonfiction section and get like nonfiction books about animals. That's how lame I was. I was so lame that I would buy like educational books about like dogs and cats and other animals. I used to have like a dog breed encyclopedia that I would read for fun. That wasn't even one I borrowed from the library. That was one that I owned. Oh my god. I was just so lame. The mom was fed up with your furry denial. You sound cool in my book. To be fair, animals are cool as. Okay, maybe I was cool then. I don't know, but I don't think I was probably cool in the eyes of any of my classmates. I'm trying to think of like, I would read those books. I was really into Call of the Wild and White Fang, and I read them over and over again, especially Call of the Wild, which like I found that book just because it was at my grandma had it, and she just let me keep it. So then I just started carrying it everywhere, and I read it over and over again. And I don't know, I guess I just liked animals. All kids love animals. That's true. I really liked animals. And also I think part of it was because as a kid, we never had any pets. Like I didn't have any pets in my house until I got older. Like when I was probably like middle school age was when my dad married or got together with my stepmom, and she moved in and brought her cat. So as like an actual like kid and not like a middle schooler, I never had any pets, so I think I would like to read. I liked to read those books to pretend that I had pets. I like wanted to pretend to have pets, so I'd read those books. Cause I was never really, I don't know. I mean, my grandma had dogs, and that was like the only experience I ever had with animals as a kid. Babe was an epic movie. Milo and Otis was awesome. There are a lot of animal movies. I don't think I ever watched Babe, but I watched Milo and Otis as a kid. I watched this is weird. I watched a lot of movies about people transforming into animals. I mean, first of all, there was the movie Shaggy Dog featuring, I think, Tim Allen. I think that's the actor. I'm not really good with actors, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Where he transforms into a dog, and then like I feel like all the other movies I watched were like copycats of like adult men transforming into dogs in children's movies. And I remember one of them was like a religious one. I think it was called like Quigley or something, where like this like ruthless businessman gets turned into like a small white Pomeranian. And I feel like it had like a religious theming to it. I don't know. Like it was like it had like a I don't remember what was religious about it. I just remember as a kid it being biblical or something. And any movie about like dogs or cats or animals I liked, but especially ones where it was people transforming into animals. I guess because I wished that was me. Furry arc. Then you learn about Milo and Otis, and it's just sad. Oh yeah, didn't they like abuse the animals or like throw the cats in the river and just let them die or something when they made that movie? Yeah, I think I thought when you brought up Milo and Otis, I thought about that, but I didn't really want to bring down the mood. I didn't really want to talk about that one. Yeah, I remember hearing about that as an adult and being like really sad. And being really sad about it because I really liked that movie as a kid, and then it's like I guess I can't believe they were like allowed to do that. Or maybe they weren't, I don't know. Are they still allowed to do things like that? I feel like they aren't allowed to treat animals like that anymore when they make movies. I hope not, at least. I don't know. I don't think they can do that anymore. Or maybe they do. Because that movie isn't even that old, is it? No way, not these days. That's good. Yeah, I don't even know how old that movie is. They must have made laws against it, I would assume. Not in the West, anyway. When was Milo and Otis made? Oh, I accidentally pressed a number. My face might be getting weird. 1986. They were doing things like that in the 80s? Or like, wasn't there also like a movie by Disney which made people think that lemurs jump off cliffs, but they were just like people like throwing the lemurs off the cliffs? Like, what the heck? Why are you even gonna do that? Why do they even want to make people think that? What? Wasn't that a thing, or was that not? Evil Mouse? It was like a Disney documentary. Like, Disney was making like an animal documentary, and they wanted to make people think that lemurs jump off cliffs, but it was just people throwing the lemurs off the cliffs. Is that not a thing? Now everybody's really shocked. Is that not a thing? Disney lemurs off of cliffs. Oh, lemmings. Lemmings, not lemurs. I don't know what the difference is. The lemmings supposedly committing mass S-word. I don't know if I can say that word. By leaping into the ocean were actually thrown off a cliff by Disney filmmakers. They were making like a Disney like nature documentary, and they did that. They just treated animals horribly. And also people, like kid actors and like Wizard of Oz, like that time period, or like Shirley Temple and stuff like that, they were treated horribly too. Lemming is like a small rodent. A lemur is more monkeyish, I think. I see. Oh yeah, a lemur is like a thing with like the black and white tail, right? A lemming is like a ferret kind of thing, or no? That's straight up evil. Yeah. Maybe I should change the subject. I don't know. I don't really want to bring like the mood down a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's probably better to not talk about very depressing things on stream. What was I talking about before? I was talking about being a furry. As a child. Not as an adult. Lemmings are cute. They are cute. It's all good. It's interesting. I'm spreading the word about the evils of Disney. Boycott Disney. No, I'm gonna get... If I say things like that, I'm gonna get in trouble. Well, no, I'm not gonna get in trouble because nobody... Like, there's only 3 people here. Sometimes I feel... I say things and I think, like, other YouTube... Like, big YouTubers that I watch would probably stay away from saying those things. But then I'm like... I don't really need to stay away from those because there's, like, nobody here. You know what? Even a big YouTuber could probably say boycott Disney and not get in trouble. YouTube isn't owned by Disney. Be careful, the mouse might come after you. Mouse is gonna come after me. He's gonna come get me. Oh, wait, guys. I have some news about YouTube. I got my first hate comment. I was I was like, it was a very weird comment. So I kind of wanted to read it, on stream. It was like, you know, I always wanted to, like, whenever thought about, like, getting, like, a hate comment or something, I was always kind of scared, but this comment didn't even slightly make me offended, I think because it's so weird. It's, like, it's a weird comment. That's why I wanted to read it. Like, I read it to Ameko, and she was like, I wouldn't even be offended by that. I would just be, like, confused. It's just it was a weird comment. On my first, Silent Hill video. Okay. Oops, I accidentally winked again. Oh, there's a car beeping outside. Okay, I'll read it to you guys. Hey, YouTube. Stop telling me to watch idiots pretend to be their anime OC while playing video games poorly. Sincerely, everyone who pays their own bills. It's a very weird comment. Basement. I was like, I don't know, I was kind of baffled by it. Well, first of all, at first I was confused when they said playing video games poorly because I thought it was on my second Silent Hill video. I was like, but then I saw it was in the first one. I was like, oh, that's very fair. Well, the thing is, I'm not offended by being told that I'm bad at, I talk about how I'm bad at video games a lot, so being called bad at video games isn't really offensive to me. And then the word idiot is also not very offensive. I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to offend me. I mean, I assume they were. But I just thought it was weird, especially the last sentence. Sincerely, everyone who pays their own bills. I thought was very, I don't know. It's just a weird comment. Weird comment. Pretends to be their anime OC. Just shows that, like, they don't even watch VTubers. They just showed up here. It's hate against YouTube recommendations. They sent it to the wrong person. It started with "Hey YouTube." It was a message for YouTube, but they accidentally sent it to me instead. They think VTubers are for children. I feel like most people watching VTubers are older though, right? like adults and like not even like young, like adults with jobs is what I imagine. Or is that not true? Maybe it's not true, because you know what I was shocked by? I looked through my YouTube analytics and it said that most people who watch my channel are younger than me. I was like, really? I'm the old one. I'm old. I on the internet, if you're above like 20, you're old. I don't remember what I was reading the analytics like a month ago or something. Maggie's the boomer. I'm the boomer here. I guess because like I've watched some Japanese YouTubers talk about their analytics, and theirs are like a lot of like people older than me, like, so I guess I thought that, like, I think the English audience though who watches YouTubers is younger than the Japanese audience who watches YouTubers. I think that's true, because like when Japanese YouTubers talk about their analytics, it's usually like people older, like 30s, like people older, like I don't know, people older than me. I have never said my age on stream. I feel like I've said enough though about like my childhood experiences, and like I used to be really into this in this time period, that people probably could guess my age really easily. So, I don't know, but I've still never said it. I could say it and it wouldn't be an issue, but I feel like I should keep up the mystery, maybe. You guys could guess yourselves. Over 20, might as well retire. That's how it feels on the internet. The internet is like teenagers. Full of I guess because when you're an adult, you're busy and you don't have as much time to spend on the internet, but teenagers aren't doing anything. Maggie the boomer magpie. I'm a boomer, a zoomer, a millennial, and a Gen Xer all in one. I think I'm older than you. I guess would be around the same age, but I don't care. I'm curious, but I won't say. Hi. Oh wait, you're Goku. Wait, which? I can't read it. Is this Goku doing again? Goku doing? I read it. It's Goku doing. Hi, Goku doing. I had trouble saying it. Hi. To me, it's all about the content, and you do good stuff. Thank you. I sit here all day and talk about MPreg. I do very good stuff. I need to. I fell off of streaming because of getting a job. I wanted to stream a lot more in October, and now it's already halfway done. October's already halfway done, and I had so many games to play. I'm just gonna be playing horror games for like the rest of the year, I guess. I don't know, I guess maybe it's because of the first week, but I've just like been so tired every day after going in. I guess probably because I was unemployed for like a month or however long it was. And like just used to not really doing a lot of physical stuff. Like moving around a lot. So, like, I don't know, it's just been really tired. Also, I don't know, like, if I stream on days when I work, I don't know what time that should be, because I think that it would be inconvenient for, like, I'd probably have to stream at, like, in the afternoon here, but I think most of you guys would probably be sleeping. I don't know, I would, like, because I've been working from 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m., and then because of the bus, I don't usually get home until, like, 5 p.m., So I'd probably be streaming like sometime after 5 p.m. here, which I think that you guys would probably all be sleeping. Or, I guess I don't know exactly what time it would be wherever you live. But sleeping or working or something. I don't know. Sleeping or busy with daily stuff. It probably would be, I don't know if it'd be nighttime for you guys or in the middle of the day. I guess 6 p.m.-ish would be like, for the Australian people, would be like 6 a.m. for you guys. Hood is cute. Thank you. Thank you. How was the new job? It was good. It was, I already worked at that place before, but I'm working in a different department now. So it wasn't that hard to adjust because I'd already worked there before. And I kind of like this department because compared to my last department that I worked there, it's very independent, and I'm very introverted and shy. So like it's a lot of like barely having to talk to coworkers and just kind of like being assigned a job and then doing it. Which like the job I got fired from was a lot more independent, like never had to talk to anyone ever for the most part. Because it was like overnights and there were no customers there, and it was just like at the beginning of the day they just like call off names and say an assignment, and then you just go do the assignment, and you usually don't have to talk to like anybody the whole day. But this job is like more like I still have to like kind of talk to people, but not much. Which, it's probably good to start talking to people again, because working at the other place I worked, I think I lost all my social skills. I mean, I didn't really have any in the first place, but, I mean, I forgot how to talk to people. But it's, like, still, like, not as, like, having to talk to people as the last time I worked there. But I still really want to change departments because they put me in a different department than what I originally applied for. And I would rather be in the other one, but I guess it's fine. And most of the people in my department are really, like, elderly people. I'm not really uncomfortable around elderly people. I'm more scared of people, like, I'm scared of, like, people my own age or younger than me. I'm scared of teenagers. I'm not, like, nervous around, like, older people. Afternoon would be okay, but I have a normal sleep schedule right now, which is weird. I might try to stream some days after work. Probably, maybe. I'm assuming that the longer I work there, the less tired I will feel afterwards, but I've been feeling so tired every day after it. But if I start to feel less tired, then. Also, my days off, I'm having Sunday off every week, so I know that I can do the visual novel book club and, like, hopefully stream, like, a game on the, like, weeks that I'm not doing the visual novel book club on Sundays. But then, like, the other day I have off can be any random day in the middle of the week, like, for this upcoming week, it's Wednesday, so I don't really know, like, how consistent my streaming days will be, or, like, it'll probably be different days each week, instead of, like, streaming always on Wednesday or Thursday or something. Pretend you're talking to chat you talk to as well. I'll start talking to, like, the elderly people about MPreg. They don't even know what that means. It'll be like that time my dad asked what MPreg was. Does streaming help with your social skills, or do you feel like a fish out of water at work? I wonder if streaming is... I said that weird. I wonder if streaming is what helped. Because... Or if it was something else. Because... I don't know if my social skills are better, or if I'm just, like, less nervous. Because, like, I used to be really nervous talking to people, but, like, so far I haven't been really nervous, like, asking questions to, like, the other people working there or anything. So I don't know. I don't know if streaming did that or what. I'm still not really great at talking to people, though. I have a hard time, like, figuring out what to say, I guess. Or, like, knowing what's socially appropriate to say. I just kind of... I kind of, like, a lot of times I don't know what to say, so I just kind of, like, awkwardly laugh. That's not a good thing to do, probably. That's probably not a good thing to do. I don't know. Well, not, like, in super bad situations. I also accidentally got one of the manager's names wrong. Because, like, her name is very similar to another name, but her name is, like, the mega Irish version of it. Like, a super Irish name, but I accidentally called her, like, the more common version. Like, the name that, like, the like, variant of the name that you would usually hear here in the U.S., and I felt really bad about that. I'm bad with remembering names. And she was the manager, so I don't know. I just felt... I was like, oh no. I accidentally called her the wrong name. It was, I don't know, it was kind of awkward. It was kind of awkward. Why did he ask? Why did my dad ask what Emperor is? I think I talked about this on stream before. I don't remember if I did. But, it was just like Amiko and I, we were like, I think we were shopping or something with my dad. But, like, he was, like, kind of walking ahead of us with, like, our stepmom, and we were just, like, kind of a little bit behind, and so, like, one of us made a joke about Mpreg, or, like... Wait, no. I'm remembering it wrong. I think what happened is that Amiko said to me, like, oh, you always accidentally talk about Mpreg on stream. She was, like, making fun of me for something like that, and then, like, he heard it, and he just, like, turned around, and he was like, what's Mpreg? We were like, oh, haha, it's just like an internet meme word. Ha 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 ha. He knows what, like, a meme is. So, I guess I just wanted to pass it off as, like, oh, it's just like a, you know. I didn't explain what it actually meant. I didn't want to explain what it actually meant. That was also the same day when we found a car that had a bumper sticker that said femboys on it. Which I think he was confused by, too. He, like, pointed it out, and he, like, read it out loud, and then Amiko was really excited about it. I hate talking to most people my age, especially in my town. None of them are into the things I'm into. Oh, I see. That's kind of how I feel, too. Or, like, people my age just make me nervous. I don't know why. Or people younger, especially teenagers make me super nervous. I don't know. Teenagers just, they're scary. And they're like, teenagers are so, like, self-conscious of themselves that they just, like, also hyper-judge everyone around them a lot. And, like adults just know that, like, nothing, especially, like, older adults, just tend to know that, like, none of that, like, really matters very much. Like, what other people do isn't really your business. Or how other people act and stuff like that. But, like, teenagers are very, like, I don't know, I just feel like they're gonna make fun of me. I awkwardly laugh all the time. People think I'm a very happy person, which helps in social situations. Well, maybe that's what they think about me. I do laugh awkwardly all the time. Sometimes I laugh in situations, though, where I can tell that the person thinks it's weird that I laughed. I just laugh because I'm awkward, I guess. Talked about Mpreg on stream maybe once or twice. I have to explain what my phone notification is all the time. It's UB. I wanted to figure out how to... I'm gonna sound like a boomer here. I don't know how to change my text tone on my phone. This is so boomerish, but, like, I remember on, like, my old flip phone, as like a middle schooler / early teenager, like you had to like buy a different text tone. But I have no idea how to do that on like my phone that I have now, like a smartphone. I wanted to change it to tuturu, but I don't know how to do it. Under notifications, how do you can just put whatever sound? How do you do that? Can you like link a YouTube video? Probably not. Probably have to like download the sound or something. It feels like it might be hard on like an iPhone, because iPhones are like harder to do customizing stuff, right? Because I have an iPhone now. I used to have an Android, but it broke, so then I started using the iPhone that I use for face tracking on here for actual daily use. I always use formal speech when I talk to people I don't know, so especially younger people think I'm being very distant. Oh. I don't think... Does English have, like, formal speak versus informal speak? Because, like, I remember, like, when in school, like, when I was in French class learning about, like, stuff like that. But I don't... Does English... I guess in English being formal, it might be saying something like sir or ma'am or something, right? Or is that not formal? Because I don't know. Do we have that? Sir. Is that like it? I call customers sir or ma'am. Is that it? Except for, I've heard of people getting offended if they're like young by being called ma'am. But I just call like customers ma'am always. I don't know. I just guess. What else am I going to call them? I don't know. You need to download an app. Can't remember if you can copy things straight onto an iPhone. You might be able to through iTunes. I might have to figure it out. Hi, Nephion. But it's mostly used in a business setting. A business setting. There is formal English speak. Not really sure about formalities. What's formal English speak? Is it just like sir and ma'am? It's been a few years since I went back to iPhone. Android is easy. Yeah, I liked having... I had an iPhone in high school, but then as an adult, I liked having an Android better. But then since mine broke, I just started using the one for face tracking. I just took out the chip and put it in the iPhone, so I didn't have to buy a new phone. Good evening, sir. How may I help you? Oh, that's formal. All right, mate, you need some help. Is it formal? Mate. Very Australian. That's very Australian. All right, mate. How do you speak Australian? I don't know how to do an Australian accent. To me, I have a hard time doing an Australian accent versus a British accent. They end up sounding the same. Like, I can hear the difference when I hear people talk, but I can't speak them differently. They're very similar. Or maybe people from those countries don't think they're very similar. I don't know. To me, they sound really similar. That's what I say is formal English. I used to have you as the formal, but it changed over time, I think. Oh. Good day, mate. How's it going? Come on down to Straya. Straya? You guys call it Straya. Australia, Straya. Straya. Oh, I wink again. So many winks this stream. Or maybe I'm not usually looking at my own face, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm usually winking the whole time. Slang for it. Australia. Come on down to Australia. Blessed by Maggie Winks. I wish I could do it on command. That's not awake. See, my eyes just got both, like, I don't know, they both changed at the same time. No. I cannot do the winks on command. It's always just like both eyes just like, if one eye's open and the other eye's closed, both the eyes just like meet each other in the middle, I guess. Therefore, do we say it more like fark? Nar. I don't know. I can't speak Australian. You are Australian now. I'm Australian. I can't. If everybody who watches me is in Australia. I bet if I went to Australia, I would be swarmed by paparazzi. I'm just kidding. But so many people who watch me are from Australia. I would be swarmed by the 300 people who are subscribed to me, because I bet the other 30 people who are subscribed are the only people who aren't Australian. That's what would happen. I wonder wait, maybe I should look at the analytics right now and see how many people are from Australia. I'm very curious. Analytics. Are you guys using VPNs? If you're using VPNs, then I won't really be able to see. Then it will just say incorrect information. How do I see this? Audience. Research? I don't know. Content? Audience? Where's the option to change it to country? Oh, top geographics. Wait, hang on. Number one celebrity in Australia. I think it's just you. I'm looking at like my whole channel, like my subscriber, or like my average viewers, the analytics of my average viewers. Or do you mean you use a VPN? I don't know. Wait. I'm looking at like the average viewer. It says that it only has 2 countries. And Australia isn't even on here. It goes from the country you put on your YouTube. Oh, is that how it works? Oh, okay. So maybe it would be accurate, except for some reason. So of the people in chat right now, I think I only know 2 of the countries you're from, and that's Iris and Genji. But neither of your countries are on this list. For some reason, it's just United States and United Kingdom. United States says it's 15.5%. United Kingdom says it's 1.9%. And then it doesn't show me any of the other percentages. Nefion is in USA? Well, I guess most people who watch me are from the US, but I didn't even know that. Because it seemed like there were so many Australian people. Where do we put in our country? I don't know. I've never done that before. Or maybe does it just look at where your country is when you sign up or something? Cities. I can see what cities people are from. Oh, it doesn't say any. Viewer age. Oh, it doesn't say anymore. Before it said the viewer age, and I was shocked that most people were younger than me, but now it doesn't say anymore. Now it says not enough demographic data to show this report. Oh, maybe because I went with last 28 days. Maybe I have to change. Okay, when I change it says... I don't know though, because if I read this out loud, then people will know how old I am, because what I already said. Hi, Karumi. Your YouTube says you are USA in your channel tab. Really? It just knows. Although, if we want to know the youngest people here, there are 1.7% of my viewers are 13 to 17 years old. That's surprising. There's some teenagers here, except for the teenagers watch a lot less than everyone else because they only watch about 32 seconds. And then the oldest group here is 45 to 54 years old, and that's 1%. And I won't read the others, because if I read the others, you guys would know which one, because I said that I already said earlier I'm older than most of my viewers. But there are a lot of teenagers here. 45 to 50. 45 to 54. There's 1% of people watching are from 45 to 54. Damn, underage people being on the interwebs. I feel like that sometimes. But you know what? I was a teenager on the internet. When I was a teenager, I was on the internet. But I guess I feel like that when all these websites are trying to censor things. If the children weren't here, they wouldn't have to censor it. But no, I don't. I think. I mean, I was on the internet as a teenager. I was like 7 or 8 on the internet. I don't know how, cause like when I started like frequently using the internet, that was like probably around like 12 or 13. But I was kind of shocked thinking back on how often I was just allowed to use the internet unsupervised as a kid. Like on Neopets or something, because I would play Neopets as like a little kid, probably like 7 or 8. And like my parents just weren't in the room, and I was like kind of surprised thinking back on it that like they just let me just like do that. And I also remember that like around that age I would like look up random things and add .com at the end because I guess the internet was exciting to me and I just wanted to explore. So I type in random words and type in .com, and it's so good that I never found anything bad. I used to like type, like I remember one that I typed in was like hotdog.com. And it was like a website for like some people running a hot dog eating contest. I don't know if it still is, but at the time that's what hotdog.com was. It's a good thing there wasn't anything there. It's a good thing there wasn't anything bad there. There was, I don't know, I just used to like type in random words and then add .com to the end of it. And I also remember that as a kid, I used to try to hack into people's Neopets accounts. I mean, not really hack in, but basically, as a little kid, I used to play Neopets. And, I remember finding, like, the marketplace place where people could have their own businesses. And I would, like, look at other people's businesses and be really jealous because I wanted to run my own business because I thought it was so cool. And I also couldn't afford, like, any of the stuff that people were selling because they were selling all this really cool stuff. And I wanted to be able to run, like, a real business and sell a bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, so instead of, like, working hard to get all that stuff, I need to break into someone else's account. That was my mindset. So I would, like, go through the marketplace and find, like, somebody who I thought their marketplace was cool, and I would, like, remember their username, and then I would log out and go to the login page and type in their username, and then I would, like, type in random words as their password. Like, try to guess what their password was. What a stupid thing to do. For some reason, I thought that, like... Well, I remember thinking, like, oh, the chances are low, but maybe I can guess their password. I don't know. I just would try to guess their password. I don't remember. I think I would probably just type random words, and also I think I might have, like, looked at, like, try to guess based off of their, like, marketplace. I guess I was assuming they were naming their password after their Neopets or something. I don't know. It was a very dumb thing to do. But I wanted to steal their business. I wanted to steal their business. I used to say, oh, young people can be mature for their age, but now I ban everyone who hasn't watched Power Rangers as a kid. Oh, but Iris, I didn't watch Power Rangers as a kid. I'm banned. Iris is gonna ban me. I do block children a lot. Well, no, I don't, like, not here as a VTuber. I mean, like, on personal accounts. I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable interacting with kids online. I feel like something bad will happen. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, it just makes me anxious. I don't want to, like, influence children or something. So, especially because some of my Tumblr accounts would have, like, you know, I would reblog some risque content. Like, I ran, like, anime blogs on Tumblr. So, like, you know, some of the stuff I was reblogging was a little bit, like, I don't know. I understand that, like, teenagers on the internet are, like, seeing things like that and probably looking up things like that, but I don't want to be the one to accidentally show it to them, you know? So I'd rather just preemptively block them. My block list on Tumblr is gigantic. Cause I really am, like, I don't know. I just don't want to deal with it. I'm far back in chat because I spent so long telling the Neopets story. I used forums at age 11, but I mostly wrote and never write now. I think being underage on the internet is kind of dangerous. Yeah, I agree. I remember as a kid that, like, Ameko and V, when V was, I don't know how old they were, but V would be, like, really young. They were, like, just looking at, like, for Phineas and Ferb stuff online, like the TV show Phineas and Ferb, and they, like, stumbled upon a website completely dedicated to Phineas and Ferb, like, you know, erotic porn. I don't know. Can I say that word? And, like, they were both, like, really young, especially V was. And I remember that they were both, like, really shocked by it. It's like, you can't just... I also remember as a kid, we used to, like, be really into Hetalia. And we used to, like, make, like, Word documents with, like, profiles for the characters. I don't know, I guess we were, like, making, like, a fake wiki pages just for ourselves for the characters. And I remember, like, looking up the characters on Google Images. Even with safe search on, there would just be, like, hentai of them that would just come up. It was just, like, yeah, it's probably not good for kids to be on the internet. Those bad idea Neopets ever alert the user if someone tried to hack into their account. I don't know if they would do that. They might try to, like, send an email of that, like, there's been, like, a ton of login attempts or something. What if I got their, like, account locked or something because of too many login attempts? I don't know if that would... I doubt that would have happened because it probably would have told me. Like, when typing in the passwords over and over again, it probably would have said something. But, yeah. Block everyone makes it easier. Block everyone. There you go. Then you have a nice, clean website just for you. Did you put on your resume you were a Tumblr blog mod? No. I wasn't a mod. I just had my own blogs and would just block all the children. I would block children and I would block, like, I don't know. Just a lot of different people. I feel like I probably have like half that website blocked. I don't know. You know, by this point, they're probably like adults. They're probably adults. And they're still blocked because I'm not going to go through my massive block list and unblock them. But, you know, Tumblr is also known for, like, there are a lot of real wackos on there that I would block too. Just, like, any kind of really, really, like, far, crazy opinion you can find on there. I've thought of, I mean, I'm trying to think of examples. Just a lot of, like, there's, like, a lot of scandals on Tumblr with people, like, being outed as, like, soliciting nudes from minors and stuff like that on there. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that happened on Tumblr, and there's such a small user base that everybody knows everybody. So, like, at some point, you just, like, start blocking, like, half the website, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. My little sister watched some weird Gacha Life stuff. There's a lot of stuff like that. Or, like, people, I guess it's similar to, like, when I was younger, people would make, like, Club Penguin stories or, like, Sims machinimas. Is that, what does machinima necessarily mean? Does that just mean it's, like a fan video? They would just make, like, fan videos with Sims characters, I remember, which, like, for some reason would always be about, like, teen pregnancy. I don't know why. I guess this was around, like, the time when teen pregnancy was, like, talked about everywhere, like, at the time where there were, like, so many, like, MTV TV shows about teen pregnancy and stuff. So I guess it was around that era. But there were just, like, a lot of stories like that. Or, like, the Club Penguin stories were always about, like, the main character being abused by their parents. Or, like, being an orphan. Is Tumblr still around? It is. I just checked and made me sign up. I tried to make me sign up. Yeah, Tumblr's still around. It's like, ever since the porn ban, honestly, the website has gotten a lot more bearable because a lot of the really crazy people left. And I don't mean, like, that I think that the porn ban was good, because I'm pro websites allowing NSFW content. And like I said, I had some NSFW content, like, I would reblog, like, anime stuff on my Tumblr blogs, like that. But at the same time, the ban, like, Tumblr is such a poorly made website. And so they implemented it really horribly, where, like, people who weren't posting anything like that were getting their blogs taken down, or they were getting their posts taken down and, like, flagged as NSFW when they were just, like, completely normal and safe. But so, like, a whole bunch of people left because the site was becoming really unusable, and there's not very many people who stayed. And the people who stayed are just, like, a lot more chill. I don't know, like, a lot of the crazy stuff that used to happen on Tumblr just doesn't happen anymore, really. There are still a lot of crazies on Tumblr, but, like, there isn't, like, the... I could go into, like, some of the stories of things that used to happen on Tumblr. Like, people, like, getting into a stupid Tumblr argument, usually about, like, something ridiculous like shipping. People getting to argue about shipping, and then, like, sending their girlfriend to someone's house with a knife. That was a thing that happened. Things like that don't really happen anymore. I could make a whole video, honestly, about Tumblr history, but I don't know if I want to, because I feel like people might get mad at me. Like, if a lot of the Tumblr people involved found it, they might get, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of really crazy stuff that happened. I feel like a lot of communities are dangerous for children, like furries, and also the anime community overall. Yeah, that's true. I got into that all really young, but I remember even before I got into like anime and stuff like that, I guess the internet was just a different place when I first got into it. It was just common to just like for people to just share like shock videos all the time. So I remember like seeing like really disgusting or horrifying stuff a lot just like online as a kid. That stuff was just common. It's like even if you're not like in the furry or anime communities, because like when I first got online, I was kind of a normie. I don't really like to use the word normie, but I keep doing it. I was like into like Glee. I mean, I read fan fiction, but it was like fan fiction for basic things like Glee and Harry Potter. I also feel like VTubing could be dangerous as well, but all the communities I'm into are pretty SFW. Yeah, I feel like VTubing can be dangerous if like when minors become VTubers, because like they could get like a fan base that wants, that wants to prey upon them or something. I feel like that's the way that VTubing could be dangerous. Shipping arguments still happen, especially on Reddit. Yeah, I still see them on Tumblr too sometimes, but it's a lot less common. Or maybe I have a lot of those people blocked. Because you know what, if people are like arguing about shipping, I'm just gonna block them because I don't want to see it. On Tumblr, I'm very much like, I'll just block people if I just don't want to see that kind of stuff. Especially, like, Tumblr is kind of crazy about the shipping stuff, where they'll be like, it's immoral to ship this, and it'll be like, like, for example, one ship that people would say that was, like, pedophilic on Tumblr was, like, 2 adults, but they just had, like, an age gap. Like, the youngest one was, like, 20. But they would say, like, oh, it's creepy or pedophilic if you shipped them together. Things like that were really common on Tumblr, so I just blocked all those people. I would just, like, block people like that. There were a lot of like, I feel like people know about things like that though, like some of the crazy like people on Tumblr trying to censor things like that, or like tell people that they were a bad person for things like that. I don't know. To me, I feel like shipping stuff is literally just like fantasizing in your own head, or like maybe writing fan fiction. Like, it doesn't affect anything. Like, it's not like you're writing, I don't know. It's silly. It's silly to get offended about like shipping or fan fiction, in my opinion. If you don't want to see that stuff, just like ignore it. It's because like it's not causing any harm in the world for it to exist. It's a fan fiction. The only people who are gonna see it are people who are seeking it out. It's not like it's like some like even if they are writing some really like disturbing stuff for fan fiction, it's not like it's like some famous book that like is influencing the mainstream or something. Even that is like, I don't know. Like, nobody's gonna see it. 10 people are gonna see it. It's fan fiction. Write about whatever you want. That's how I feel about fan fiction. I feel like it's less of keeping kids away from 18 plus in general, but keeping them away from building friend groups around 18 plus stuff. That could be true too. Like if them like getting like creepy friends who are all adults who want to prey upon them. Let's hear the Tumblr stories. There's a lot of Tumblr stories I could tell. I wonder I kind of want to catch up on the chat. Maybe I should tell some Tumblr stories. I'm gonna read the other chat messages first, though. I'm not sure what stories to tell. There was a VTubing company from South Africa that got into trouble about stuff like that, but it was more the CEO was a creeper. I didn't even hear about that. Do you know the company name, or is it bad to talk about? People should be ready to physically fight over their ships. It would be entertaining, at least. Yeah. Turn it into, instead of like having like a stupid argument online, like a little like online slap fest, maybe you should turn it into a real life slap fest and like bring in an audience. I find shipping dumb when people want the creators to change the story they created to fulfill their fantasy. Some people take it way too seriously. Yeah, that was a huge thing on Tumblr too. Do you guys know about this fulfills the Tumblr story and also is related to that. Do you guys know about the John Locke conspiracy? The John Locke conspiracy? It was these people on Tumblr who were watching the TV show Sherlock, BBC's Sherlock. From Lost? No. The TV show Sherlock, featuring, and these characters shipped Sherlock Holmes with John Watson. And they thought that the show was going to make it canon. For some I have no idea why. Well, I do know why they thought this. It's because there was these group of women. They were like adult women too. This was like 30-year-olds. You know, people who probably shouldn't, like, are probably too old to be doing this. Like, I mean, I think it's fine for 30-year-olds to be like shipping or writing fanfiction or whatever. But they were like, basically creating this conspiracy about how the show was dropping all these hints that John Watson and Sherlock Holmes are going to get together, and like it was like really crazy stuff. Like, do you see these numbers? These numbers, if you connect them to this, it clearly means that they're going to make them get together. Like crazy things like that. And somehow they convinced a bunch of kids on Tumblr that this was true. I guess because kids on Tumblr are kind of dumb. I mean, maybe if I was into Sherlock... Well, I was into Sherlock, but I didn't really know about this conspiracy at the time. But maybe I would have believed it. I guess maybe it's just teenagers in general will believe things that adults tell them. But it was like... It was not very easy to believe. But for some reason they convinced like the entirety of like the people who shipped John Watson and Sherlock Holmes on Tumblr, they convinced them that like the last episode would be them getting together, even though like if you watch the show it's very clearly not going to happen. And then when the last episode aired, they refused to believe that it was real. And they thought that, like, the people had filmed an episode. They thought that the people had filmed, like, an extra fake last episode to air in order to hide the secret gay shipping episode in which John and Sherlock actually got together. So, and they were, like, looking at, like, numbers, like, dates and stuff like that. Oh, it aired on this day. That means... I don't remember exactly what, like, all the numbers were or anything. But they were like, that means that they're secretly on, like, they're gonna upload on, like, a secret website the actual last episode where John and Sherlock get together. And then, obviously, it never happened, and it kind of just sort of fizzled out. But it was, like... really crazy, and like there was this whole thing where these 3 adult women who were really doing this were like calling themselves by the names of the Powerpuff Girls and like sending people like, I don't know if they were sending like death threats, but they were like sending like very angry messages to people who thought that this wasn't true. And it was just crazy. It was really crazy. They faked the ending. The people of Tumblr were too surprised. It wouldn't have surprised anyone. We're too advanced. It wouldn't have surprised anyone. Oh. People of Tumblr were too advanced. Yeah, they figured it out. Why would they do that? Surely if they made it up like that, they would have aired it. It's just like, why would they record like a whole extra, like why would that, it's like, do they not realize it costs money for them to record a whole like secret episode? And like, especially because this whole theory was like, oh, they're gonna put like the real last episode on like the secret website. So then they're making the real last episode like the secret episode that they're not gonna profit off of very much of. Like, I don't know if they know that TV shows cost money and are made to make money. It was just very, very, very crazy. It reminds me a bit of like have you guys, there's also this good there's this good video on YouTube about Miss Scribe, who was this fan fiction lady in the Harry Potter fandom, like in the early 2000s, who was using a bunch of like alt accounts and stuff like that to like harass people, or like, well, she wasn't really harassing people, she was more like making fake accounts to harass her, to drum up sympathy for her, so that, and also to like harass like other people in her community in order to make it look like people who shipped Harry and Ginny were like evil and like trying to attack people who shipped Harry and Hermione. That was like another crazy shipping war. There's like a whole like 1 hour long video about that one. It was very, very bizarre. I don't understand people who get that into shipping, that they're gonna like do things like that, and I especially don't understand why it's always like, because like with the John Lett conspiracy, it was like 30-year-old women, and like with this Miss Scribe scenario, I don't know how old she was, but it was like adult women. Like, she had kids. She was like married and had kids. So it's like, it's just weird to me. Like, teenagers getting into weird shipping wars, I understand more, but like an adult doing it is just really weird to me. Like, why just write your Harry Ginny fan fiction or Harry Hermione fan fiction and ignore the fact that other people ship Harry and Ginny? It's not that deep. You don't need to fight with them and like make fake accounts to make it look like they're harassing you. You shipped Harry and Hermione. Maybe if you were on LiveJournal in that time, you could have got harassed by Miss Scribe's fake alt accounts then. As a kid, I never really... as a kid, when I read Harry Potter, I didn't really ship the... I guess I just kind of like... everything that ended up canon, I was just okay with. You know, I always shipped her... To be... not to start a shipping war in the comments, to be honest, I always did really like Hermione and Ron together. I know that's a controversial opinion because a lot of people don't like them together, but I always liked them together. But like as a kid, I liked like all the canon ships, like all the ships that ended up getting together at the end, I was happy with. And I still feel like that. Like with Harry Potter, I only ever read fan fiction of like the characters that weren't in the original stories very much. Like I would read about like Regulus and like Harry's parents' generations, and I would read about like the next generation kids and stuff like that. I wouldn't really read about like Harry's generation very much because I guess I was just okay with everything that happened there. I don't know. Nowadays, I barely ever read any fan fiction, and if I do read Harry Potter fan fiction, it is just going to be about Regulus. That's so, it's so, can I tell you guys, last night I had a dream. Last night I had a dream that, like, when I went to college before, that I had all these friends that I made at college that we all bonded over the fact that we were bizarrely obsessed with Regulus from Harry Potter. Regulus, the character that, like, is dead before the events of the storyline and is barely mentioned. I had a dream that I had made those friends, and then I woke up and I really wished it was real. I want friends who are obsessed with Regulus the way I am. Now I want to get into shipping from what you were telling me. Get into shipping Iris. You could go get into fights with, like, 30-year-olds about shipping. Or you could just observe them if you just want to see the fights. You could just, like, join some shipping. Well, the shipping and, like, fan fiction is so different now than it used to be. It used to be, like, on forums and stuff like that, or, like, LiveJournal, or, like, Tumblr, where all this drama could really happen, but now it's not very much. Now it's, like, I don't know, like, fanfiction is just a lot different now. It kind of makes me sad, to be honest. I kind of miss, like, the small fanfiction communities that there used to be online. They were just kind of fun to be a part of. Harry got a loving family is nice as well. Do you like that Harry and Ron are now bros? Yeah, I like that too. I like him being a part of their family. I didn't ship anyone in Harry Potter. I just disliked all the ships and wanted everyone to be single. I guess as a kid I didn't really have like a shipping brain, I guess. I didn't really think like, oh, I wish these people would get together instead. I just kind of like was like, oh, they got together, that's okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of did, like, because like I said, I did like Hermione and Ron together a little bit, and I can think of other things where I kind of shipped things as a kid, but just not very much. Yeah. Good dream, Walt. It was a great dream. I want to be friends with weirdos who are obsessed with Regulus, but I want them to be obsessed with Regulus in the same way I am, because somewhat recently on Tumblr I started looking for Regulus blogs. I started looking at people who ran blogs about Regulus, and I don't resonate with like 90% of them. They're strange. I mean, nothing against them, but we're just not the same type of Regulus fan. They like him because they want to make him into a small uwu baby. They want him to be like an uke, like in yaoi terminology, an uke, and they like want him to be like really cute and like soft and like feminine and sweet and just like a good boy. And he didn't actually want to join the Death Eaters. He was forced to by his parents. But me, I'm like, I want my Regulus to be a little evil. I want him to be smug. I want him to be evil. I want him to be a spoiled little brat. Like he was spoiled by his parents all life, so he's just like he's a menace. He's like wizard bigoted, you know, because like in the books he's like a Death Eater, but then he defects from the Death Eaters and he steals Voldemort's locket and like wants to fight against Voldemort. So I like for him to start off evil and then like, you know, slowly turn good but still be kind of a smug asshole. And these people want him to just be a small uwu baby who never did anything wrong. I don't like that. That's not my Regulus. Sorry. That is not my Regulus. And they also... They really ship him with Harry's dad to, like, an insane degree where they, like, think that, like, Harry is Regulus and James's biological child via Mpreg, and I don't really get that. And they really hate Lily, Harry's mom, because she gets in the way, and it's just really weird to me. I don't know, it's just really, really weird to me. To me, I mean, I'll read fanfiction shipping Regulus with just about anyone, but to me, whenever I read James X Regulus fanfiction, it was always like, more cracky to me. I always thought of it as like a crack ship, but these people think it's like real. Like somehow it became like the most popular Regulus ship like overnight. I don't really understand that personally. I don't know. I agree with you, can't cancel out his lore. Yeah. The books even say that Regulus chose to be a Death Eater and he was excited about it at the beginning. And they're like, no, his parents made him do it. Sorry, he's evil. Sorry, he's evil. Sorry, he's smug. Sorry, he's an asshole. Sorry, that's how he is, and that's why I like him. I'm gonna say this, Regulus liker. We are not the same, Maggie, probably. Yeah, exactly. There are some people, I won't say their usernames, but there are some people on Tumblr, there are like 2 people on Tumblr, maybe 3 people on Tumblr, who I followed because they really actually agreed with my concept of Regulus, but there weren't very many. And even them were kind of like still a little bit different. In my head, when I imagine Regulus, I imagine if you look up Regulus Black on Pixiv and you look at all the fan art, like the anime fan art that Japanese Harry Potter fans have made of Regulus, that's how I imagine Regulus in my head. But all these people think he looks like Timothée Chalamet, the guy from Dune. I don't agree with that at all. I love how often times women are portrayed as obstacles in BL fan fiction. It's so weird. That's so true. It's like the girl that's like the actual girlfriend or whatever in the actual story is always like an evil harlot in the fan fiction that's here to seduce away the one guy away from his true lover, and then like the other guy has to like rescue him from the evil woman that he dated. It's so weird. That's why I told you guys before that I like to write purposefully bad fan fiction, and in some of the purposely bad fan fiction I wrote, I like to sort of parody that. Like, make, like, one of the female characters, like, over-the-top evil, or make them just, like, a normal person, but, like, the author, like, is weirdly mad about them. I like to do that in my purposefully bad fanfiction, because I think that that's such a funny and weird thing that, like, people who write BL fanfiction do. So, I don't know. I guess I just like to copy the things that I think are funny from actually bad fanfiction when I write my own bad fan fiction. There's one bad fan fiction. It's like my magnum opus, and I would love to read it to you guys. Maybe I should sometime, but I also don't really want the people who think it's real to know that it's a fake fan fiction, because I like the reviews I get on it from people who think it's real, and I like the DMs I get, because like on that account I've gotten some DM. Well, I guess it was one guy in particular who was really mad about the portrayal of a certain character that I guess they really liked, and they were sending me a bunch of really angry messages about it. And I don't really want to stop that, so I don't know if I want to read it on the stream. Also, on that account, even though like it's obviously like really bad fan fiction, like poorly written, bad grammar, everything about it is really bad. I got a DM from somebody asking if I could write them a bimbofication fetish story. They wanted me to write them a story like that, even though my writing was so obviously bad. Never really liked that trope. I might be able to if the other love interest is a yandere. Yeah, I don't like the trope. I just like to parody it. I think it's like, I don't know, whenever I read a story and that's in it, I just think it's kind of like stupid, I guess. I don't know, it's like unrealistic and kind of crazy. Now I want to hear it and the comments. Maybe sometime. Should I do a reading my old purposely bad fan fiction stream or something? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to give it up and let people know. But I do primarily write for things that I have never watched, because I think that's funnier if I have like a loose grasp of it. Because, like, the one I'm thinking about is a Naruto fanfiction. I've never watched Naruto in my life. Well, I've watched, like, the first 3 episodes. So I don't really know very much about it. I also feel like it might be embarrassing to read it on stream because it might be, like, people would see how hard I'm trying to be funny. Like, it's very, like, trying hard to be bad, you know? Like, if you read it on your own and you think it's a real story, then you're like, oh, haha, funny bad writing. But if you know the person was trying to be bad, then it's a little cringe, isn't it? People will see how cringe I am. Maybe I could do, like, read it and then, like, it'd be like, you have to be here to see it. Like, this is a one-time chance reading my bad fanfiction, and then I delete the VOD so that probably nobody who ever finds the fanfiction would see it. Hi, Harry. I just want a cool female friend character and just have the characters to be actually just 100% gay, but I do like me some bad fanfic. Yeah, I like it in terms of it being bad. I don't like it if I'm like seriously wanting a story like that. Like a BL story. People really want me to read it. Oh no, I love Naruto, but I would love to hear it. I feel like I would be embarrassed reading my own story. I don't know. Maybe I should pull it up and see how I feel about it, how I feel about reading it out loud. You love cringe? You guys want to see how cringe I am? You guys already know how cringe I am. You watch all my streams. So you know, or well, most of my streams, you know how cringe I am. Oh no, I love Naruto, but I still love to hear it. It's a Sasuke x Naruto story. Oh, wait, it doesn't come up. Why is my story not the first thing that comes up when you type in the title? What? This is a very this is a very good piece of literature. It should be the first thing that comes up. One of my fics is the first thing that comes up when you type in the name of the story, but I don't want to read that one. That one is a little too spicy. I like to write some like bad erotic stories, but this one's not an erotic one, the one that I would read for you guys. Certified 0% cringe. Really? No, you won't think that if I start reading it. Bye, it's 3 a.m. and I need to sleep. Good night, Harry. It's always Naruto and Sasuke. Yeah. It's gotta be Naruto and Sasuke. I don't know if I want to read this. Oh wait, hang on, I'm trying to make this so I can look at it at the same time as I read chat. Okay, here we go. This is gonna, no, I can't, wait. Let me resize the window. I don't know if I can bring myself to do this. How come the fanfiction text doesn't like resize when you resize the window so that you can see all of it? feel a lot of shame. Do you guys want to hear it? Are you ready for the cringe? I don't know if I want to read it. Okay, so just warning. There's only 3 people. 4. It says 4 viewers. There's only like 4 people here. It'll be fine. You guys didn't read the story on your own anyways. Nobody who read the story and thinks it's real. So yeah. I'll read it. You guys just be aware that this is gonna be really cringe. It's me trying to be funny, which is really embarrassing. It's like it's too try hard. It's very try hard. Bad fanfiction try hard. Okay, I'll read this for you guys. Okay. It's long too. It's 10 chapters. But I'll just read the first chapter and then we'll see how we feel. Do we want to read the rest of it? Each chapter is really short. It was Naruto's first year at college and he was really excited and nervous. Today I will go to college to learn to be an adult, he said. His friends Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru, Kiba, I don't know who these characters are. I don't even know if that's spelled right. Kiba, Choji, Jiraiya, Neji, Shino, Ten all smiled at him because they were also excited for college. Now, like I said, I have never watched Naruto. I just kind of looked up, like, I know some of these characters, but I also just kind of, like, looked up names of characters. I just kind of, like, looked up Naruto characters and, like, added them to this list of names. Great, a Naruto at school, great start. Kiba, yeah, I don't know who Kiba is. Like, some of these names I know, but some of them I don't. They all went to the place where the sign said, first years go over there, and they went over there and saw a guy standing there. Hello, my students. My name is Kakashi Sensei. I am your main teacher, and I will show you around the school. So Kakashi Sensei showed them all around the school, and he showed them the pool, the gym, the dorms, the party room, and the cafeteria. Isn't Kiba the dog or something? Is Kiba the dog? Kiba's a dog in college, I guess. Is Kiba the dog or is he the guy who has the dog? Kiba owns the dog. Oh, okay. Naruto's excitement grew when he looked at the school. He looked at Rock Lee and Gaara, but they were kissing because they were boyfriends, so he couldn't talk to them right now. He looked at Shikamaru and Shikamaru said, Isn't it cool to be in college? Naruto said, "Hi, yeah, you're so smart, Shikamaru. I think How will probably be graduated really quick." The spelling is bad. Shikamaru laugh. Haha, but you can do it too. Anyone can be smart if you try. Naruto was so happy to have a smart friend with good advice, and then he looked out to the corner of his eye and he seen a person he didn't know. It was a super hot guy with dark black messy hair and black eyes that were like licorice, and the guy had a really serious look on his face, and he was talking to a girl with pink hair who was dressed like a slut. I'm sorry, I did say words like that because I was trying to portray, like, you know, the person who thinks that the female character who is, like, dating them is really stupid. So, like, Sakura's portrayed really poorly in this fanfiction. So I did say that. Sorry if it's offensive. I was trying to have that energy. Naruto say, "Hey, Shikamaru, who is that guy?" And Shikamaru didn't know, so he said, "I don't know, Naruto." Naruto couldn't stop staring at the guy, and he wanted to ask the others who the guy was, but they couldn't answer because they were going to look at a different place. So then after the tour, Kakashi-sensei said, "Does anyone have any question?" And Naruto raised his hand, and Kakashi-sensei called on him, and Naruto said, "Hey, Kakashi-sensei, who's that guy with the dark hair earlier?" Everybody laughed because Naruto was so silly. "I don't even know which person you were talking about, Naruto," Kakashi-sensei said through his laugh tears. Then Kakashi-senpai reminded something. "Hey, I just remembered, actually, it sounds like the new ninja teacher named Sasuke-sensei." End of chapter 1. That was chapter 1. I'm, like, dying of my own cringe. I can't stop, like, awkward laughing because of my own cringe. Do you guys want more or no? There's 10 chapters, but as you can see, they're very short. That was chapter 1. I feel a lot of embarrassment. Do you guys want me to read the rest of it? I could probably finish this today. It's pretty, like, all the chapters are short, like that one was. But I don't know if you guys want me to read more of it because I don't know if you can handle the cringe. It's bad. It ends, I remember the ending. I don't really remember the middle very well. I was also, my audience for this was like Ameko and V, so I would reference like things they liked at the time, like BTS and stuff. You guys do want more, please? I'm intrigued. Really? Okay, just let me, I don't know. Should we have a safe word if you needed me to stop because it's too cringe? I don't know. I don't know. I like cringe is fun. Also, writing cringe on purpose is also cringe. Yeah, that's the thing. It's also cringe. It's really cringe. I feel like my soul cringing to read this story because, you know, it's like writing a cringe story like legitimately is like cringe, but also like trying to be funny. Like I was trying to be funny, and that's kind of cringe, right? Trying really hard to write like a bad fanfiction that people think it's funny, that's cringe, isn't it? It's extra meta cringe. Yeah, it's cringe. Okay, I'll read you guys chapter 2. Later, Naruto went to his first class and he sat down next to his friends, Rock Lee and Gaara, and they were holding hands because they were boyfriends. Naruto said, "Hey, what do you think this class would be about?" And then Rock Lee said, "Well, it just said ninja classes on the schedule." Gaara looked confused. How are we going to be ninjas? Then the teacher walked in and Naruto noticed that it was the guy from the tour with that head he saw with the black hair, black eyes. It's in all caps. I don't know how to convey that. Sasuke Sensei, Naruto whispered because he remembered the name. I can't read this. I feel pain. Hello, studnits. I am your ninja teacher, Sasuke Sensei, said Sasuke Sensei. I will teach you all about being a ninja, so listen to me. Then Hinata asked, how do you become a ninja? And everyone glared at her because she is so stupid. Hinata is the one that I got DMs from that guy about he was mad about my portrayal of Hinata. Sasuke Sensei wrote on the board about being a ninja and said, you have chakra in your soul. That is what powers your ninja powers and makes you strong. That's how you use your powers. Your powers are called jutsu. I don't know if that's accurate. I never watched Naruto. I just kind of guessed based off of Ameko talking about Naruto. Naruto was really interested and wrote a lot about everything in his journal. He wrote all his notes and he was sort of distressed because he kept looking at Sasuke and Sasuke's hair and eyes and he thought, I want to hold his hat in. But he got rid of the thought because Sasuke was his teacher. Then Naruto and his friends went to their dorm rooms. When they got there, they saw Naruto learned that his roommates were Rock Lee, Gaara, and Shikamaru, and he was really happy and surprised when he saw that because his roommates were also his friends. Hey, what did you guys think of that teacher we had just now? Naruto asked. He was boring, said Rock Lee. I don't understand how are we supposed to become ninjas? Asked Chara. You all learn in time, said Shikamaru wisely. Then Naruto whispered under breath, too low to hear. I wonder why he makes my heart pound. Then he went to bed. That was chapter 2. See, the chapters are really short. Love it so far. I think you did really well writing down the reasons of why the characters are doing what they're doing. Tink, is he Irish? He's Irish. Who is that who said that? Rock Lee? Is Rock Lee Irish? Oh, Naruto said that. Naruto's Irish now. Chapter 3. Naruto was in class again learning ninja training in his ninja class. Sasuke-sensei said, "Okay, now you use your chakra to climb to the ceiling." And Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru, Hinata all climbed to the ceiling at ease. Naruto tried, but he couldn't, and he tried and tried again, and then Sasuke-sensei was glaring at him. I'm sorry, Sasuke-sensei, I'm not good at this," said Naruto depressedly. Sasuke-sensei glared at him with anger. "You are not trying hard enough. I will need to see you after class." And Naruto was sad, but his fox tail swishes around because he was always also wanting to learn more about his new teacher. His fox ears perked up and his whiskers twitched head. He has fox ears and fox tails in this story. Everyone left and Shikamaru said, "Now you may be able to find out everything," critically before he left. Naruto and Sasuke-sensei were alone in the room, all alone. Naruto said to Sasuke, "Sensei, I'm sorry, I just don't understand how to do this." "Naruto, you must get the chakra and jutsu to move to your feet so you can run up the wall." "Okay," said Naruto. So he tried, but he failed. And then Sasuke said, "No, like this," and he grabbed Naruto's hand and ran all the way up the wall, and Naruto was able to run up the wall too while holding Sasuke's hand. Naruto was amazed, but then he realized he was holding hands with Sasuke-sensei, and he got nervous and almost fell, but Sasuke-sensei grabbed him and held him in his arms to prevent him from falling. Naruto was shocked as he stared into Sasuke's licorice eyes. So beautiful, like puddles in the dark, he thought, and he was blushing, and his foxtails were twitching nervously. Nuzzles you, Naruto. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just remembered that the story ends with Mpreg, I think. I think this one ends in Mpreg. Then all of a sudden, Sasuke-senpai realized something. He screamed, "No!" And he put Naruto on the ground and he ran away. Naruto was so confused and sad about that. He went back to his hotel room and said, "Hey, roommates, why did this happen today?" But then he looked, and the pink-haired girl he saw Sasuke-sensei was there. For some reason, looking at her made Naruto feel with dread and unhappy. The pink girl screamed and cackled, and then she run out. Naruto asked what that was about, but Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru shake their heads. They say, "Naruto, this isn't something you should know right now." Then Shikamaru said, "You may learn someday when you are ready." Then Naruto passed out. He passed out. He just passed out at the end, I guess. That was the end of chapter 3. Mpreg bad Naruto fanfic. It ends in Mpreg. I'm pretty sure it does. I don't remember. I think it does, though. Naruto woke up and he was in the nurse's office and he saw Gaara, Rock Lee, and Neji there, and they said, "Naruto, you're okay?" Naruto said, "Yeah, what happened? I just remember the girl with the pink hair." The shock was too much. Yeah, the shock of the girl with the pink hair. Everyone looked very sad at this and Gaara shook his head. Naruto said, "What do you mean?" But then the nurse showed up. "Hi, my name is Neji. I am the nurse," said Neji. "Naruto, you are okay. Thank goodness your friends saved you and bring you here." Naruto sits up and is about to talk to Neji, but he sees Neji's eyes and he gets scared and feels an era of fear overtook him. Neji said, "What wrong, Naruto?" And then he realized, "Oh, it must be my eyes, right?" Naruto shook his head yes, and Neji said, "I am just blind. I am born with blindness, and so is my sister Hinata. You probably know her from school." Now listen, Neji and Hinata, when you look them up, their eyes are like all cloudy, so I just kind of thought they were blind. I never watched Naruto. Naruto filled with resent. "I don't like her," and Neji laughs. "That ooks." Neji gets serious. "Hey Naruto, why did you pass out?" And then Naruto say, "Because the pink girl," but he did not say this because he felt scared and afraid like somebody watching him. Then Shakamaka came over. He passed out because of Sakura-sensei. Neji looked shocked and shook his head. No, not possible," he says. Sasuke says, "You can't run from the truth," but then he realized and he looked at Naruto and says, "You should go." So Naruto leave. He walked around school and his head hurt and then he sees a flash of pink, so I hide behind a corridor. "Hey Sasuke, are we gonna go to the dance tonight?" He heard the pink girl, he knew her name was Sakura now, say. Sasuke looked tired, and Naruto feel bad for him. Sakura, I have a lot of papers to grade tonight. Also, my student Naruto passed out, and I think it might be because of my vigorful training I gave him today. I feel bad. The evolution of the name Shakamaru. Sasuke looked tired, and Naruto feel bad for him. Oh wait, I already read that. Sakura looked angrily. Hey, you know I already saw him at the nurse, and Nurse Neji-sama said he would be okay. So we should go to dance tonight. Sasuke's eyes were filled with despair. Okay. They leave, and Naruto noticed his sadness fill his chest. And then there's an author's note at the end. Author's note, I got a comment told me to be nice to Hinata. Well, I have to tell you that just because you like her doesn't mean I have to. Don't like, don't read. And if you give mean comments like that, I will delete them. I had to have an author's note because I was getting some comments from people who were really into Hinata. Chapter 5. Warning, this chapter contains drugs and alcohols. Please only read if you are okay with drugs and alcohols. You tell him. I had to tell him. I had to let them know. Love the author's note. Naruto run to tell Shikamaru what he heard. Shaskamara, you will never believe this. Maggie girl bossing. I had to let them know. Shikimaru said, what's wrong, Naruto? Naruto tell him what he hear from Sakura and Sasuke's conversation, and they say they are going to a dance. Shikamaru looked really surprised, and he say, we have to go, and he grabbed Naruto and run. They run until they get to the college's party room. This must be it. They open the doors and they see lots of people everywhere dancing. They were also drinking alcohol and doing drugs. Naruto was intimidated because he had never seen drugs, only on TV. The music that was playing overhead was The Bloods, The Sweats, The Tears by BTS. K-pop is very popular in Japan, where Naruto lives. Naruto look around for Sasuke's bright black eyes, like finally caught them and see him dancing with Sasuke. He run over and say, what is going on? Oh no. He's filled with furry. Oh no. Furry. Sasuke looks surprised. Naruto Gaku say, what are you doing her? But then he noticed Sakura and he says, oh, have you met Sakura sensei? She is a teacher at this school. She teaches swimming. Oh my god, the next sentence, I might get in trouble. Naruto whispers under breath, yeah, because she liked to look like a slut. I was really trying to get that, like, fanfiction author who hates the female characters vibe. But then he re-gives his composition and he says, Sakura sensei konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, Sakura says with her voice. Then Sasuke says, you know what, Sakura, actually, I have to talk to my students, so maybe you should leave or something. But Sakura says, you never listen to me or do anything for me, but only your students, and she refused to leave, so Sasuke left on his own with Naruto. Sakusei and Naruto were sitting next to each other on a bench outside, and then Sasuke started giggling stuttedly, and Naruto said, what's so funny, Sasuke? Then Sasuke shook his head and said, it is nothing, but Sakura gave me some alcohol, so I suddenly started laughing just now, and Naruto's hatred for her skyrockets. I hate her, said Naruto sadly. Sasuke looks with shocks, but Naruto Gakusei, Sakura is my wife! Oh no. Sakura is Sasuke's wife. Okay, that was the end of that chapter. I'm feeling a lot of pain, but we're already halfway through. Like I said, it's a short story. NTR. Okay, chapter 6. Gaara and Rock Lee were boyfriends in college. They were going on a date together because they love each other very much. Rock Lee, slow down, idiot, said Gaara under breath, very like a tsundere. Rock Lee didn't slow down because he was very excited to take his boyfriend on a date and he couldn't help but be super speedy. I feel like the word slug. I guess you probably had to censor it because it probably wouldn't let you type it, right? Was used pretty often in these kind of fanfics, so it's pretty on brand. Yeah, exactly. I was really trying to get that vibe. They went to get ice cream for each other, and Rock Lee got pistachio, and Gara got vanilla. Because he was too shy to get another flarver. Ah, cute shy boy, right? Gara got some ice cream on his cheek, and Rock Lee looks over and he sees that Gara has some ice cream on his cheek, so we move over and say, hey, my baby, look at this. This is horrible. This chapter is significantly more painful to me. And then he licked it off of Gara's cheek, kissing him on his cheek. And Gara started blushing really darkly, and he says, idiot, kissing me like that. And Rock Lee grins because Gara is such a cute, shy tsundere boy. They eat their ice cream, and Rock Lee pulled out of his pocket a present for Gara. It was a ticket to a movie. They were going to see Moana by Disney in their theater. And Gara was so surprised because he loves Disney. Oh no, he loves the evil mouse. So he kissed Rock Lee, but then he blushed because you remember they are in Diary Queens. So he blushed and he says, idiot, but I will promise to see the movie with you. Be grateful that I let you watch a movie with me, idiot. They go to the movie and it made Gara cry because he is sensitive. So Rock Lee whip away his tears. He whips away his tears and hug him to make him feel better. This chapter is horrible. This chapter is like, because the other chapters were like Naruto. This one is worse because it's like dating. It's a dating. It's like romance. It's horrible. Then Rock Lee says, hey Gara, to finish our good day, want to go to a party with me? I hear from my friends about how they're going to play K-pop music there, like BTS. Oh my god, the next sentence might be offensive, I don't know. Gara loves BTS because he is gay and loves yaoi and cute boys. Okay, Rock Lee, let's go. I was trying to get the vibe of like a girl who like is really into yaoi, okay? Then they go to the party and they're almost there, but then they hear a scream. They look all around and they see on the bench in front of the party room is Naruto, and he's crying loudly. What's wrong, Gara? Says Rock Lee as he concertedly sits next to Naruto. Why are you crying? I feel you cringing through the screen. It's great. I'm cringing. It's horrible. Naruto looks back and forth between his friends. He was first afraid they would not understand him, but then he remembers they are his friends and they are dating, so they understand relationships. He say between sobs, the evil Sakura is Sasuke's wife. Gara and Rock Lee gasped while Naruto cried. Chapter 7. Night Maggie. Night Aris. The next day at the school, all the friends, Naruto, Rock Lee, Chara, Shakimari, were all glaring at Sasuke-sensei when we walk in the door because he is breaking Naruto's heart. Naruto started crying then because of Shikamaru's wise words, and he saw Sasuke-sensei give him a worried look, but he ignored him because he was still mad about the marrying Sakura. And Rock Lee and Gara also glared at him because Sasuke-senpai broke Naruto's heart, and they are Naruto's friends. And so when he feels sad, they feel so too. You could say it in their kokoro. That means heart in Japanese. Oh my god. Kokoro. That means heart in Japanese. Oh my god. What's wrong? I'm reading a painful fan fiction. I'm reading a painful story that I wrote. Right in the kokoro. It's a story that I wrote when I was like, it was a story that I wrote a few years ago because I like to write purposely bad fan fiction. I like to I like to write bad stories. It might be confusing to just jump into, probably. Kokoro means heart in Japanese. Sasuke Sensei said, "You will go on a field trip soon. Here are your permission slips. Make sure to turn them in." Then the class was gladly over, and so Naruto did not have to cry any longer. Then it was Friday, so they were having a sleepover with the friends. Naruto, Rock Lee, Gara's in all caps for some reason, Shikamaru, Choji, Misuki, I don't know who that is, Ino, Kiba, and Kiba's dog all went to Naruto, Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru's dorm room to have their slumber party. Naruto still feels a little sad about his breakup, but he puts on a brave face for his friends, even though he is sad inside. His face shows a smile, but his fox ears droop and his tail swish sadly. Even his whiskers fall down. They all put on their pajamas for the sleepover. Naruto wore an orange nine-tailed fox kigurumi that was really cute and makes he blush. Rock Lee wore a frog kigurumi green. Gaara wore a kangaroo uniform. Shikamaru wore an owl kigurumi because of his smartness. Choji wore a Hello Kitty kagurumi, and Ino wore a Hello Mimi kigurumi. Hello Mimi is Hello Kitty's sister. Misuki wore this is all a big run-on sentence. Misuki wore a dog Kagami with droopy ears. Kiba wore a dog Kagurimi with droopy ears. Kya, someone draw this for me, please. Nobody ever drew that for me. No one ever drew them wearing all those outfits for me. Love the pajama description. Then they play games like spin the bottle and the bottle land on Naruto. So Naruto, what is your secret then? Asks Choji. That is not how you play spin the bottle. Naruto knows it is part of the game, but he still feels embarrassed. I don't know if I can tell everybody. It is very embarrassing. Haha, no Naruto, we will not judge you. We are your friends, said Ino. Shikamaru laughs. Yes, Ino is right. She sounds very wise at times like this, said Shikamaru. This means a lot for Shikamaru. He is very wise, and he knows when the others say wise things. So Naruto trusts, and he says, okay, well, even though he is wearing Sasuke, I still love Sasuke Senpai. Then they went to bed. They just went to bed right after that. They didn't even, talk about that any further. Taking a cup of tea, don't stop. Sasuke. Oh my gosh. Sasuke. She's sus. Chapter 8. There's only 3 chapters left. The next day was the field trip. Naruto and his friends Rock Lee, Gaara, Shikamaru stood in the back, away from Sasuke Sensei because they were mad at him still. Naruto secretly was thinking that he still loves Sasuke Sensei and he wants to become with him again, but he won't tell his friends because they will know how weak a heart and love is. But Rock Lee and Gaara could already tell that Naruto still loves Sasuke Sensei because they were in love and they understand pure true love, but they will not rush things. Hinata was at front of the class, sucking up to Sasuke. I bet she's trying to steal him away, thinks Naruto. She won't stop being so flirty and it makes Naruto sick. Then Sasuke Sensei said, we came here to the trees to practice our chakra and running up trees like I have taught you. Shikamaru says, tch, or ch. How do you do that? He says ch, in that anime voice. You guys know when the anime boys go ch, like that, he does that. That's what I was talking about. Even though he breaks hearts all over, he is still teaching well. Shikamaru may be wise, but he sometimes can be mean and not consider Naruto's feelings. Naruto feels sad because of mentions of Sasuke. Don't worry, Naruto, I will not allow you to fall, said Sasuke Sensei. Naruto blushed and turns away, but Sasuke Sensei said, Naruto, I know you are sad, but about my fiance, Sasuke. Fiance now, not wife. But I never meant to hurt you. If only there was a new way. Then he looked in Naruto's eyes and then he realized something. Then he accidentally drops Naruto, but it was not really his fault. It was just his shock from being in love which makes you clumsy, so don't get mad at him. Then Naruto was in Nurse's office again. Naruto, you fell from such a height, said Nurse Neji. Are you okay? Naruto felt fine, so he said, yes, I am okay, Neji-sama. May I leave now? Yes, said Neji, so he started to leave, but then he turned around and he said, you might want to teach your sister manners, and then he left. They're moving fast in the relationship. It's a prequel sequel. He was walking for a while and then he hears yelling. You almost killed him, and if you did that, then you would get fired and make no more money, said Sakura's loud, screechy voice. Or actually, squeaky voice. Naruto hid behind a corridor to listen. I'm sorry, Sara. I didn't know what I was thinking, said Sasuke-sensei sadly. Are they talking about me? Thinks Naruto. You are not thinking because you never think, Sakura screamed. I'm sorry, Sakura, but you do not need to be so critical, Sasuke-sensei said. There's so much alliteration. Ugh, I bet you made him fall because you were too busy looking at his eyes. Ugh, remember who you are marrying. You and I are getting married in only a month, Sakura-senpai screamed. Naruto gasped when he heard this news and said, I must tell Shikamaru Gara Lee. Okay. Chapter 9. We're almost done. Naruto ran as fast as he can to see Rock Lee, Kara, Shikamaru to tell them the horrid news. Gasp. There's constant, like, there's lots of parts in this that just cause a gasp. They're getting married in only a month. Guys, you will not believe this. Rock Lee turned around and said, What is it, Naruto? We believe and support you. Naruto sobs. Rock Lee